Zombie 70 is back. The Monkey King. The Monkey King. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Man, wow, what a week. What a week, right? What a tremendous week. And gaming, with a tremendous week at Microsoft, man. Things are just. Hold on. Turn off some of these fans. Turn off some of these fans real quick before we get into it, man. The hell? Okay. Boom. All right. Bye-bye. I wanted to babble on about a couple of things that I've been noticing within this week. Um, this is not a video to criticize any of the people who have been fired from Microsoft. I actually have some compassion for those people. I usually don't have compassion for people who get fired from these tech jobs and things of that such. Not because I'm just an evil person. It's just over the last, I want to say, about 10 to 15 years, I just think tech and gaming and all that just has gone into a very demonic place, especially pertains to ownership to for gamers and it just seems like it's become extremely anti-gamer, especially over there at Microsoft. But I kind of feel really bad for what is going on with the people that got fired at Microsoft, because I feel like those firings at Microsoft is for demonic purposes, and we'll get into it within the video, man. We did a video last week where, what was her name? Laura, what was her name? Hey, Glimmer, what's up? Glimmer King, what's going on? We did a thing. It was an ex one of the founding fathers at Microsoft. She did a video. She was right about everything. She was saying that, yo, Krishan, what's up? Christian, what's up? They were doing. She did a video saying that these layoffs on Microsoft. First, they were saying it was going to be in other areas and other camps of the studios, and she was saying that no way, there's no way in the world that is the case. It's going to be heavily affected within the gaming sector. Hey, Anima, what's up, man? Hey, Zubby, I think Zubby is going to third party like Sega. Yeah, well, I said this 5, 6, 7 years ago. I said this about 80 years ago. You know what I mean? Wisdom, what's going on? Jaskin, yo, hello, what's going on? Yeah, so I saw the firings and I feel really bad. And the video that we did last week, the young lady was 1,000% correct. She was saying that the gaming division was going to get hit extremely hard, and Microsoft is being secretive about it, because Microsoft wants to play that they're this pro gamer, pro developer. Here at Microsoft, we love our developers. We love everything about our developers. Here at Microsoft, all that bullshit that Phil Spencer likes to conjure up. Um, but I feel really, really bad for the people that got fired, because I feel like it was for demonic purposes, man. And especially within this economy that we are living in right now, that was created by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I mean, they totally just crumbled and destroyed our economy. Donald Trump is doing a phenomenal job at trying to bring this economy back. I didn't think that it was going to be possible. I thought the economy was just so in shambles that I didn't think that it was anything that Donald Trump could do. But Donald Trump is doing a phenomenal job with the tools and the resources that he was given. Um, but Microsoft just fired off a lot of people, and it's in these times is very sad, and especially for the reasons why. And the reasons why, I believe, is because of AI. AI. I believe it's because of AI, and for these H1B visas that we're going to get into as well in this video. I have a series of videos here that I want to show you when it pertains to H1B visas. Basically, just another form of illegal immigration, but just people coming in and taking jobs from hardworking Americans, and then they can undercut them and underpay them. You know, like with Americans want a salary. They want resources. They want a pension. They want some type of union, and in order to get rid of all of those things, then in order to make more money, we're going to have to take away the freedoms and rights and the privileges that Americans would get, and we'll give it to some immigrant that's coming from a place where they literally poop right where they're standing at. There's no running water. If there is running water, it's full of poop. It's full of sewage. It's full of all type of just demonic stuff floating within their water systems. They wear the same clothes every day. They don't have any shoes, and these are the people that come over here. You give them a little bit of a scrap of money. You can put them 20 to one house, and you can save so much money, and it's just undercutting and undermining Americans, and that's something to me is extremely demonic going on over there at Microsoft. We'll get into it. What are you talking about? I wasn't here from the start. We kind of just got started. 9,000 people. 9,000. And they try to reword it in a way, well, it was only 6% of people over there at Microsoft. I don't like that. I don't like when they try to sugarcoat it with smaller numbers. With, what I mean, it was only about 3% people that works over there at Microsoft. And then you look at the numbers and you go, 9,000 people were fired. So my condolences out to the people who have been fired, and especially for the reasons that they're being fired for. You know what I mean? They want cheap labor from India. Thank you so much, Krishan. You're already a step ahead of the game. You're already a step ahead of the game. I was watching the video. I'm gonna get in trouble for this video because Microsoft works with Google, and Microsoft does not want a person of color saying anything, especially a black male. But I was watching a video, man. These people that are going to be coming over here on these H1B visas, man. I saw a video, man. They got brothels that are ran by women. Like there's a head mistress that runs the brothel for the women, the young women that are within there, and you have to come to her. And like I saw, like the documentary guy was recording the video, was talking to the girl, right? Talking to one of the girls. Yes, I am the Daisy. I am a brother. She's talking, right? And then some man comes. I don't even want to say where it was at. I don't, just go by the accent. Some man literally in the middle of the documentary just walked up and took a squat and took a dump and then walked off. In the middle of the goddamn interview. So I feel bad. I mean, I really do feel bad. I usually don't feel bad for firings over them. When it comes to the gaming division, I think anybody that was making those LBGT games, anybody that was creating those DEI games, those Black Lives Matters games, any of those democratic games, you know what I'm saying? Any of those weird demonic liberal games, yes, you need to be removed. But you know, uh, it's sad what they were going to be removing them from, and it's not even their fault. Respectfully, see, this is the reason why we cannot get involved with these politics, especially when it pertains to Democrats, because they'll get you all hyped up, they'll get you all riled up, and they'll get you to create certain games, and they'll get you to go down a demonic path. And then after it fails, and they know it's going to fail, oh, it failed. Let's get these people up out of here, and let's replace them with artificial intelligence and H1B1 hires. You know what I mean? Microsoft's just laying off anyone. There is a purpose, and it's for AI and H1B visas. You know, Phil Spencer has been lying for 12 years. He's the worst thing to happen in gaming. Zobi, you exposed him decades ago. Damn. Wow. Wow. Do I need to get my glasses? Did I just see somebody say Zobi 70 was right? I've never seen that before. Never. Wow. Yeah, I knew he was nothing more than just a vampire. He's starting to even look like a vampire now. Have you seen Bill Spencer lately? He's starting to look a little demonic. He looks scary. There was also rumors of him stepping down, and that made me happy. But then Microsoft came out and said that that's not true. You know, what do you do for a living? Yo, Zoe, what's up, man? Yo, Small World, what's up? What the f do you know about the tech industry? It's not really about the tech industry. What I'm talking about, I'm talking about I'm a fan of gaming. I've been a fan for video games for over 30 years. And what I see, what's going on at Microsoft has nothing to do specifically about tech. I just see something that's completely anti consumer, anti developer, anti gamer. So, that has been my purpose here on YouTube is exposing that. Hold on real quick. I done lost my videos. Yeah. So yeah, it's really scary over there at Microsoft. This also gives me reason to believe that I did a podcast with a couple of Xbox fans, and they were telling me that you're wrong. Bill Gates does not work at Microsoft anymore. He stepped down because he cheated on his wife. I laughed. I laughed because I could not believe that men were saying this. I could not believe that men were going are really putting that much value on the vagina where a billionaire man is going to step down because he cheated on his wife. Oh God. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous the things that I am seeing and hearing. Uh where is that interview with Bill Gates? This is aligning with Bill Gates' strategy with AI. Um, let's see. We still need humans.
The era that we're just starting is that intelligence is rare. A great doctor, a great teacher. And with AI, that will become free. Great medical advice, great tutoring. What will jobs be like? Should we, just work like 2 or 3 days a week? People are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
Will we still need humans?
The air. I
don't know. That wasn't a good video, but he was on one of those talk shows, and he always gets like real excited and jittery when he's starting to talking about anti-human things. I remember he was getting real jiggery and jiggery when it came to like depopulation and mandatory vaccines, and ugh, he's just blocking the sun. He wants to find ways to block the sun. This guy is just a serious problem, man. Serious problem. AI killed art? I don't think so. I don't think AI killed art. But what I would like to talk about with you guys, if you guys can be 1,000% honest with me, right now, just please take the trolling back, take away getting mad at me or whatever for whatever I'm talking about. But where Microsoft is going full force in removing American workers and replacing them with AI. But can somebody give me the AI successful game? I can totally be excited for AI. But can somebody give me a game that was made by AI where I can feel comfortable with them removing American workers and replacing them with artificial intelligence? Grace Lightning, what's up, brother? Coders are absolutely. I understand that, but give me the AI. What can somebody explain to me? What is the AI doing that's been so successful? Like, did they announce that this game was assisted with AI? What AI assistance with coding game? What game did they use the AI with? Can somebody help me out? They can make scripts of code in seconds. Where? Where? Give me the proof. Now, you guys are going off of what Phil Spencer is telling you. You guys are going off of what the current runner of Microsoft, even though he's not, the Indian guy. Um, you're going off of what Bill Gates is telling you. But where? Where's the proof that AI is doing this? So we just lost 9,000 employees over there at Microsoft for AI, and yet they haven't shown us anything yet. I know the AI that they show us on a basic level when it pertains to Grok and Chat GPT. Hey, make me an image of a guy looking like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Make me an image of this guy doing that, you know? But I can't tell Chat GPT and Grok to go in and program something for me. Not yet 100%, but the artists are programming. The artists and programmers got laid off from AI. Where? He's an IT programmer, and he said AI is replacing developers, and it's soon to replace game producers. So no, nobody has any. Nobody has nothing. Wow, the monkey exhibit is getting cooler. The zoo is getting fun. So nobody has anything. Not yet. Okay, but it's getting to the point. That's my point. It's where is it? Where? How can they build trust within me? But I don't see. I don't see anything to make to build that trust. There's nobody has any points. We're just going off of the illusion of what is being told by friends, co-workers, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Bill Gates, and what's the guy that's running Twitter right now? The Tesla guy. This is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. So Microsoft is banking on another failed philosophy. I don't know. Dang it! I just lost the goddamn thing. I wish this thing would just stay. Jesus is the only way.
Which is easier
Elon,
to
yeah,
get,
yeah,
an
yeah.
employment-based green card or an H-1B visa? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing all throughout the United States.
Elon, there you go. This is really sad, man. This is really sad that they're going to be using this whole AI thing to fire thousands of people, and they're already starting with tech companies, but we still haven't seen any proof. What I am seeing is Americans being fired for illegal immigrants. I remember when I was a kid, my first job, I was 15 years old. I was too young to be officially working at Mickey D's, McDonald's. But I was the youngest worker there. I was working at McDonald's, and I couldn't do anything when it pertains to flipping the patties. I was able to take the chicken nuggets and put them into the fryer and let the nuggets fry. And then they just end up putting me on the cashier. You know what I mean? Every job that I worked when it pertains to that was they just put me on the cashier. I had a good face, a welcoming face, beautiful smile. People were comfortable with me on the cashier. So they put them on the cashier. And when I was working there at McDonald's, it was majority kids. All of us were children working at McDonald's. And we were getting paid minimum wage. We weren't getting paid much, but we were getting paid the minimum wage, the legal minimum wage. Now, if you go to McDonald's, you'll see no kids. Well, the kids just don't want to work. Oh my God, these kids, they don't want to work. They don't want to do the job. This is what they tell us, just like they tell us with AI. I think it's a load of crap. But if you go to McDonald's now, just so happen now it's all adults from some type of another country who can barely speak the English language. Okay, you want the number nine? You want the number nine? I was walking and I saw this girl working with the McDonald's gear, Hispanic lady. I was like, she was walking to work, and I was, hey, you work at McDonald's? She had on the McDonald's visor and everything. Yes, yes, I work at the McDonald's. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hey, let me get. I mean, I like to troll and giggle with people. Hey, let me get some free French fries. Oh, okay, okay, yes, 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 sir. Yeah, but I didn't have a clue and idea what I was talking about. She was grown. She had gray hair, gray edges. That was a children's job when I was growing up. Remember the video game Paperboy? Remember that video game? If you don't know, some of you might be too young. Google the video game Paperboy. That was a children's job. It's a kid on his bike, and he would get up early in the morning, get the newspapers. I think they would drop the newspapers off at his crib. He would take the newspapers, bow, and drop them off, bow, on his bike. Bam. Now, oh God, these kids, they don't want to do the job anymore, man. They don't want to do the job. Who wants to do that job, man? This is what we did. Now, if I get up at like 4, 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, I'm seeing Hispanics driving by to each house and tossing the newspapers out of the window. I think we're getting played. I think we're being played. They're giving these jobs to illegal immigrants and they're paying them less than minimum wage. Less. And you're going, how the hell can they survive in this type of economy? Well, number one, it was exposed that the government was giving them money. We saw that with the Biden and Kamala Harris administration, especially in these Democratic cities and states. Number two, it's easy for them to live 20 to 30 to one house. Literally 20 to 30 in one home. So they can all put their resources together and they can pay the little raggedy rent. Number four, they're illegal, so they're not really on the books. You can pay them under the table. Number five, living 5 to 20 to 70 to one home is a fire violation, but they can't complain about it. They can't complain to the landlord. Why? Because they're illegal. If they do, they got to go. I think we're being played. And I believe the same thing is happening in tech. I think Americans are being played. When I see with this Microsoft hiring and firing, is this they're just trying to make more money by bringing in illegal immigrants and claiming that it's going to be AI, even though nobody here is able to see what AI has done. Have you seen Sora? The H1B visa, they are about to bring in a bunch of people from India. They're going to be paying them 10 times less than they would pay an American. And you're going to be seeing Microsoft, Twitter, all these places. Sony. They're going to and creating some of the worst to the crappiest games known to man. You ever notice too? The food don't taste the same. Back in the day, man, when the black kids and black people were back there creating the food, and there was white kids and white people back there creating the foods and stuff like that. You would go to a diner, man, and you would eat that slice of pancake, man. It was delicious. Now they done got rid of all the workers, American workers, and they replaced it with low wage, low pay, low resources, low everything, illegals, and they're cooking the food. It's terrible. What I remember when I first saw this was when I was in Arizona. Arizona, the food was horrible because it was all being cooked by illegals. Now, if they're creating their own Mexican meals and their own, wherever they're from type of meals, then that's good. But if you go and get like a pizza that's supposed to be made by Italians, it tastes like trash. McDonald's, I went to McDonald's last year and I said I wasn't gonna go to McDonald's. But I was walking past McDonald's and the French fries, the frying of the smell of the French fries was coming through my nostrils, and it pulled me into McDonald's, and I was like, let me get some French fries. Man, I was sick for 3 weeks. The place was ran by Hispanics, adult Hispanics. There was not one kid in sight. They barely knew what I was talking about. I think we're getting played. The same thing's going to happen to video games. I just saw a poll the other day. Did y'all see this poll? It was Gen Zers were not buying video games. Let me see if I can find a video for that. Did y'all see that? The kids, the babies, they're not buying the games. I talked about this before on my damn channel. I was at a goddamn pool party. I was at a pool party, man, and none of the kids were in the house playing video games. Nobody. When we were kids, man, yo, when we were kids, look, Gen Z is not buying video games. Yeah. I don't know what I clicked on a random video.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm out here with Geeky Sparkles. I'm going to talk about video games. I'm going to talk about Gen Z noping out of video games. This is kind of a cringy way to put it here. It's coming from Vice. Gen Z is cutting back on video game purchases, like really cutting back. Yeah, we're going to talk about this because it seems like Gen Z and Gen Alpha especially are not spending money on video games. It could be because Gen Z and Gen Alpha do not have a lot of disposable income, but I suspect there's something else going on. I think the quality of the games for the price of the games is just not worth it. In fact, we were covering this before. We said that a lot of
My bad. I was saying that they were claiming to make these video games for a moderate audience. I hate when I switch it back and forth. Sorry. I was saying that they were claiming to make these video games for a modern audience, and nobody's buying them. And they're saying that they can't afford the games. Wait, hold up. Did you guys hear the guy talking? Oh, because they have no money? Yeah. They were saying they have no money, but we didn't have no money back in the day. But we found a way. But we didn't have any money either but the games that came back in the day, we found a way to go buy those goddamn games, did we not? We took a paper route, right? We worked at McDonald's, correct? We found a way to get some money. I think Microsoft is playing us, man. I feel bad for the people who got fired, man. I really do. Because I feel like it's for demonic reasons. I feel like there's some really demonic people that are running this planet, and they want us out. Things change, I guess. I don't think so. Nothing changes. There's absolutely nothing new under the sun. The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's sad. I hope people that are watching this video, except for trying to find excuses like things change and AI can do this and AI can do that and Microsoft could do no wrong, I hope it doesn't take you another 10 years to understand what I'm saying, because it's going to be too late in 10 years. It's going to be too late. Those 9,000 people that got fired at Microsoft will be all of us at all of our jobs. We will be replaced. We will be replaced. They've replaced us in the past, and they'll replace us again. When my grandmother was coming up, there were factory jobs. There were a lot of factory jobs. There's still leftover factories here in New Jersey, empty. The more things change, the more they say the same. They sent all of those factories overseas, gave them to illegal immigrants. Excuse me, I guess they're not illegal, but they gave it to those people and they pay them 5 cents. 5 cents an hour. $5 an hour overseas. They sent the work over to China where they got slave labor over there, man. Microsoft does all their work through these Chinese industries where they just do slave labor. They try to execute themselves, and there's a net at the bottom to catch them in these buildings that they're jumping out of, and they send them right back to work, so they can build the next Xbox console that won't have any exclusives. Damn. I'm telling you guys, this day right here, I know it's become yesterday's news, but I'm telling you, the reason that they're firing these people for AI and H1B ones, this is a big deal. This is very, very scary. And if they can do it at Microsoft, you're next. You're next. If they can do it at McDonald's, you're next. If they could take the paper route, you're next. America's for sale. If I was you, get your passports. Become a passport bro. America's for sale. Let me show you guys this. Let me show you what's going on in other countries. Let me show you what's going on in other countries. Let me show you. These people are living a lavish life. They've been lying to you over the years about these other countries. But they've been living the good. They've been living high off the hog. Look at this. Get your passports. I'm getting mine. I'm getting mine very soon. I'm going to be now that I'm 40, I'm going to be taking a lot of trips overseas. A lot of trips overseas, man. We're going to be recording as well. The thing is, I can't come in illegally. I have to come to the proper channels in order to go to other places. Ain't that a biatch? I can't just illegally come into Mexico. But I got to fight for the Mexicans. Check this out, guys. Look how they living over there. Look at this. Look what they lied to you about. They lied to you. Hold on. Where's my video? Dang, look at this. Look how they're living. Look, they got a modern day Tartaria over there. Look. Look at this. We don't have this in America. Whoop.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop?
What the hell? Come on. I'm in my underwear here. Look at this. We don't have this. Holy smokes. Look. They have giant monolithic cities. Serena, what's going on? It's another video that I watch. I like that video a lot. What's going on in China? Your food is everywhere. People are everywhere. I can't find that video. I don't know why it's not popping up in my thing. Oh, there it is. Look at this, yo. Look at China.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds of Liberty
God damn it.
Where's the gold cards?
That's what happens when you see your companies overseas. Wow.
There it is.
Look at this.
Only paying for what you need.
Long ass ads. Look at this. They lie to us. We ain't got this. Come on, what's up with these long ass ads?
Members save up to 20% at hundreds of thousands of hotels.
I don't think so. One day it would be Blade Runner. I don't think so. Because y'all still haven't given me any proof of AI and it's in all of its greatness. You haven't done it yet. Nobody was able to tell me what AI has done. Look at this, yo. Hold on. Look at it. I got to show you the introduction thing. Look what's going on overseas. We don't got nothing like this. Look at this. Look at the food is within abundance over there. Look. Everybody's wearing nice clothes. Look at this. Everybody's wearing nice clothes. You don't see pajama pants. You don't see Crocs. Everybody's eating good over there. Look. Everybody's wearing the new swag. Look. Food, 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 food. Nice clothes, nice clothes. Nice skin. Everybody looks healthy. Look at this. Nobody looks... Everybody's dressed to the T's. Look, look, look. Everybody's living good out there. Look. Food, 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 food is everywhere. Look. Oh, get your finger out of the thing. What the hell? Food is with an abundance. Look. Everybody's dressed to the T's. Look. Wow, everybody's wearing the new gear. Look. Go outside right now. Pajama pants. People can barely afford clothes. Look. They living good over there, bro. Check out this introduction part, man. They show off this, what's going on in China. Look. What do you mean? Not yet. Isn't ChatGPT screwing up Google now in terms of research in schools? I don't think so. I don't think I don't think so. What is GPT versus Google? Isn't Google AI? I don't understand. Isn't Google just basically an artificial type in the thing and it gives you the same? I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Isn't Google AI? You've used AI to combat AI as your point of proving that AI is better than human creation? Every kid I know here uses Chat GTP for their homework. Can't they just use Google for their homework? You used AI to prove your point for outdoing AI. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think AI will ever be better than the human brain. It's just that we don't tap into our brain. It's a scientific fact that we only use about 1% of our brain. 1% of our brain is being used in the modern era. So, but that doesn't make any sense. You use AI to combat AI. You got to show me how AI is able to do something that man can't do. And AI to me can't create a video game. I think the art of AI is very mediocre. Um, AI cannot, only a human mind can go. You know what? Let's create Jet Set Radio. I want to make a game where it's hip hop, and boom, we're gonna have this and that. AI can't do that. Robots are only as good as the programmer behind it. Yeah, I don't know what your point is, Small World. I think you're way off base. We're talking about human beings versus um, basically Google. No, it's easier to use ChatGPT because you don't need to research, click links, and read. ChatGPT gives you the direct answers. I just I don't see the difference, to be honest with you. What's okay? They took away the links, so what? It's still the same thing. And somebody just showed the other day that ChatGPT and AI they were wrong about the information that was being given. And if kids are using AI in school, that means absolutely nothing to me because school is not real life. It's nothing more than indoctrination camps. They're just ChatGTP in school are working together to program you into believing what you believe is real. If you put anything into ChatGTP looking for an answer, you're a fool. If you go to school and they teach you this is what you have to do in order to be successful, you're a fool if you believe that. So ChatGPT is nothing more than a tool to program you into believing what you believe is real. I just did a video last week where I showed a guy was making fire out of his hand. But if you go to school, the first day I stepped into class and to school, I thought it was bull crap. I thought it was BS. I was like, what is this? I got to just sit here and just, you know what I mean? What is this crap? And then if you don't get the answer, and if you don't follow what the teacher tells you, you're a failure? That's ridiculous. And they're teaching you this at the ripe age of 5 and 6? It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. If the Bible says that we live on a flat surface with a firmament, but school says we live on a round circle, and if I put what the Bible says, I get an F? No, I don't. You're not proving my point that Chat GTP is some type of way to making life easier. It sounds like a fraud to me. It sounds like a way to just reprogram the mind. I would ask simple questions or for them to prove something and they couldn't or wouldn't, and that pissed me off. For real. I used to get in trouble for asking groundbreaking questions. The teacher had no idea because the teacher is just following a program as well. I remember I asked a groundbreaking question. This is how I know school is bogus. I was like, it's Black History Month to the teacher. I said, it's Black History Month. How come we ain't talk about nothing black, man? And the teacher was like, well, we just read about the slaves. Boom. It's all programming. You're a black slave. That's your roots. That's your history. ChatGPT is outdoing Google. They're both the same thing. It says it's in Genesis. Yeah. I grew up in Oklahoma, then moved around the U.S. and saw how history classes are taught wildly different in the States. Yeah, man. My sister, congratulations, she's expecting a child. And she was, we were talking and she was saying oh, you said Oklahoma. I'm gonna get on that too, because I was in New Jersey. But let me do the expecting the child, right? So she's expecting a child, and she was talking about where she should raise him. And my sister said, "Oh, he's raised him here in America." And I said, "Don't you raise that child in the school system here in America? That's ridiculous. Only thing they're gonna tell that child is that he was a slave." And continue being a slave. Whereas when you're overseas, they don't teach you none of that garbage. They don't teach you about the slavery. They don't teach you about the goddamn rounding up Africans, taking this long ass boat ride, and not one African was able to stand up and fight against it. They just took this long ass boat ride all over here, and they just became slaves, and they built and the slave and all that. There was absolutely nobody here in America. It was discovered, and then we just started building stuff. Over there, they teach you about UFOs. Over there, they teach you about a black Jesus. Over there, they teach you about a black Virgin Mary. Certain parts of Spain, they teach you about the Black Moors. In Russia, in China, Japan, they have confirmed the existence of UFOs not here in America. Bigfoot, yokai, ghosts. There's a lot of basketball players like Kobe Bryant, who very intelligent human being by getting that education over there, speaking multiple languages. They barely teach you the American language over here in America. And it's about to get even worse because of Chat GTP. AI sounds like a disaster. Yo, Dejen, what's up, man? AI took over the internet? Where? Where? I don't know where. Nobody's giving me any proof of where AI is taking over, especially within video games. You're just giving me information that they told you, but there's no proof. I got proof. Ask me something where I can ask me something and I can give you the proof. My proof is, where is the AI made game for Microsoft to lay off 9,000 employees? Some people say it's coming. Some people are saying Chat GPT and Google. I don't see it, man. I think it's just a way of just. I think something is coming, and that'll be the illegal immigrants that'll be on these H1B visas. I believe that. I believe American jobs are being taken over by immigrants, but they're claiming it's AI. AI is not it. Walmart just shut down the self checkouts. They're not doing self checkouts anymore. That was supposed to be artificial intelligence coming in and taking away jobs from Walmart employees. Took it away. Are they going to rehire Americans? No. You go to Walmart right now, it's full of people that can't speak English. I was talking to a girl. I'm looking for some type of facial moisturizer. She had no idea what the hell I was talking about. And I go, how the hell can you work an American job and not speak the English language? I remember back in the 90s, back in the 80s and the 70s, they told African Americans, I'm sorry, there are no jobs. We can't hire you. You don't have an education. Make sure to get that education, then we can hire you. You need a degree to have this job. Black people went out there and got the degrees, and they replaced them with AI and illegal immigrants. They hired them like that. The majority of the internet guys, you're not showing me any success with AI, man. You're not. You failed. Just give up. Just give up. You've been tricked. You've been duped. You continue to fall for the illusion. You continue to fall for these magic tricks, man. Y'all really think AI is popping, and yet nobody can give me any proof. People really think AI is popping, and yet nobody has any proof. Sounds like you've been duped. 9,000 employees were fired from Microsoft for AI, and yet there's no proof. The best proof you can give me is there's bots on the internet, been bots on the internet. ChatGTP versus Google, they're both the same thing. It's coming. Sad, man. Sad. So sad. And I hope it doesn't take you another 10 years like all of my other predictions. I hope it doesn't take you 10 years to finally figure it out. It'll be too late. Get your passport. China's popping, man. You can go over there and you can teach English. You can go over there, and I think that's probably the best job you can get is teaching English and things of that such. You can go over there and run a social media channel. If you're an African American, a black guy in China, black man in China experience, you can get those Google glasses, those Meta glasses. AI actually, actual Indians. Oh, actually Indians. I think I'm telling you, it's not AI. They're telling us it's AI. But when I saw that HB1 thing, I said, oh, okay. It's just another form of illegal immigration. The Democrats did it in a way where it was like they just flooded the gates with the Hispanics. You know what I mean? The Republicans are going to do it in a more supposed legal way. But it's still going to be ways to undermining hardworking Americans. 9,000 employees. I believe that. I believe that because I can actually see that. I can actually see the evidence of illegals taking these jobs. I can see it. But I cannot see any evidence of successful AI. I can see what they have given us. Hey, what time is it? You know what I mean? Hey, you know, draw this for me, you know? But then the work on whatchamacallit, the work the drawings on the AI are not that good. And I don't see it implemented on any cartoon or anything like that. I've seen a few commercials where I go, okay, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell it doesn't look right. Democrats, yo, Blandrew, what's up, man? Democrats are in love with Republicans are in love with, yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Hyper to beast. I can see the H1B1, but AI, I just don't see it yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a successful AI made game. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong, but nobody has of yet. Somebody said it was better than Google. Google's still AI. AI has this really warped look to it. Yeah, I don't like the AI stuff. Now, if I'm looking for, as an artist, you're always looking for images and things of that such to get reference from. You can just do that on Google. Let me see. I'm looking for Indiana Jones, and then you go, oh, okay, I take the Indiana Jones hat. And then, oh, I'm looking for the Terminator armor, and you put the Terminator armor, and then you put the RoboCop arm. You know what I mean? And then the ChatGPT is like, yo, I'm looking for do, and then it gives me all that, and I go, okay, cool. I'm gonna go and draw on my own, but I don't like AI. It looks demonic. I think AI, just like my man said, actually Indian. I think that's I think that's what it really is. Because they just so happen to be pushing AI and the actually Indian at the same exact time. The H1B ones. At the same exact time, they're pushing that. Hmm. Mm, mm. ChatGPT. You guys treat ChatGPT like it's your god. I got the information right there. It's in the Bible. If I'm looking for some real information, ChatGPT can't tell me nothing. It's just a way to program me. Robots are dumb as hell. I like watching robot videos. And they fall. They're trying to. I saw they had a robot soccer game. They're trying to redo the athletes too. They're trying to get rid of the athletes and replace them with robots. It was funny. They were playing soccer. AI made games. That's ridiculous. Nothing's going to beat the organic. Nothing is going to beat the real, man. Nothing. Remember they had like an AI rapper, but it was so racist that they had to stop. Remember that? They were trying to replace Negroes with AI rappers. Remember that? they don't want they don't want niggas making no money. Look at this. Oh, it's not because yo, this thing is listening to me, yo. This thing's listening to me. Look, look, look. I put in AI, and then it shows the AI soccer game. Look. What's up with all these damn ads, man? Look, 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 look. They got the AI soccer game, and they got people actually there.
A first for the sports world.
Stop. They got a fake audience. Is that audience AI? Look. What is this?
And Ronaldo don't have much to worry about. These athletes seem to put around.
What is this? Come on, yo, AI is really coming, man. AI is the future, bro. Yo, the next 10 years, man. It's ridiculous, man. Yo, I gotta, AI rapper. Yo, remember the AI rapper? They don't want niggas making no money, man. They trying to take all the jobs from black people. That's what it really comes down to. That's what it really comes down to. At the end of the day, yeah, they don't want a black man making a dime.
FM Mecca, an AI rapper, was created in 2019 by Factory New, a music company that specializes in virtual beings. According to FM's creators, its songs are performed by a human, but the music and lyrics are generated by an AI that analyzes popular music. In August of 2022, FM Mecca became the first augmented reality artist to sign with a major label. However, just 10 days after signing the deal with the AI bot, record company Capitol Records dropped the contract. This was done because the AI bot had previously written some lyrics with racial slurs in them. His Instagram profile also showed the bot being beaten up by the police. Such images and lyrics led to the bot being considered offensive and racially stereotypical in nature. FM Mecca has more than 500,000 monthly Spotify subscribers.
Those subscribers must be AI because I don't know anybody. I just asked y'all if you knew about the AI rapper, and nobody knew. They had an AI rapper created by white folk. They had a black AI rapper created by white people. Well, actually, he looks racial ambiguous. He could pass for anything. And he kept spewing the N word. You know, they don't want niggas making a dime, man. That's what it's really about. There's no need to rap anymore. We have AI robots. I had heard of him. I was eating. Yeah. Hatsune Miku. Yeah. That's just my conjecture. This is what I believe. I believe we're living with robots right now. If we can get real deep, I do believe we're living with some type of robotic people right now. Sometimes I look at people and they'd be zoning out like a robot, you know. I think the robots come from some type of ancient tech. I believe certain scriptures of the Bible talk about these robotic creatures that are living with us currently right now. Soulless creatures, very soulless. You're like, damn, why would you do something like that? It's so wicked. When you have a soul, there's something stopping you from being so goddamn wicked. But when you don't have a soul, you're basically a robot. You're basically AI. You're artificial intelligence to do such wicked and evil things, man. You go, oh my God, why would you bomb all those people, children, babies, and all this? And they get on television talking about we love everyone, come together, hold hands, and then right around in the next second they'll go and bomb a village and take all their resources. I do think we have artificial intelligence, ancient artificial intelligence, walking with amongst us right now. I do believe that. That was in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Have you ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3? It was this it was this black guy. He was creating a world, but it went to. Did y'all see Guardians of the Galaxy 3? It's really deep. He was creating a world of people. It was like another Earth, but it was out of like these animal-like, half animal, half human-like creatures. But they had a bad. They were missing a gene that gave them compassion, and the world went to crap. You know what I mean? And then like at the end, he had spliced together this kind of a perfect being. You know what I'm talking about? Test tube freaks. Yeah, that's also in the movie The Matrix, where Neo, he woke up out of this pod and he saw a pod of people. So yes, I do think we do have robots walking amongst us. You know what I mean? Artificial intelligence walking amongst us. Don't get it twisted. Ancient tech. You know what I mean? Real ancient tech. So nothing changes. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Don't get it twisted. When I look at those robots and stuff playing soccer, I just see I see something that I've heard about in certain studies through my past that I did not get from ChatGTP, and ChatGTP will not give you this information. Not even Google will give you this information. Go back and watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, man. He was doing some type of AI. He was creating a world, and then he destroyed that world, and he was going to start anew with this new world, a new race of people. Elon Musk might be a robot, but he talks like an NPC and mumbles like having technical malfunctions. I was never fond of Elon Musk. A lot of the Caucasian right were taking a likeness to him, but I never was really too fond of him. Here's another one that's pushing that AI garbage, but that's because he has his own AI that thing he's trying to promote and sell. But at the end of the day, he's all aboard on H1B ones. All of them are all of. That's the thing that bothers me the most, more than AI. It's just how liberals and Democrats and Republicans have their own ways of shortcutting Americans with illegals. Sad. And the people that it harms the most are just so happens to be just so happens to be African Americans. African Americans, you guys have to watch out the most. It's not the AI you need to watch out for. It's never been AI. It's those H1B ones and those illegal immigrants. Not I'm not talking about just Hispanics either. For those of you who are working your jobs at Amazon, man, or FedEx, post office, hospitals, they're replacing the hospitals with Africans, shortcutting them on pay. They live 20 to 1 home as well. It's about to get real nasty when it comes to illegal immigration. It's about to. It is basically real nasty when it comes to illegal immigration, man. That's the thing that bothers me the most. Actually, Indians. Actually, Indians. Whoever said that is brilliant. He's great. Phenomenal. Oh yeah, I saw that. Shaq, he had some type of malfunction, but um, I think Shaq might have been some. Some of them have been under some type of hypnosis, especially your black people in the forefront. I saw whatchamacallit have some type of malfunction. I saw, yo, like, hold on. I'm gonna show you this first. I saw Shaq, of course, but I also saw this. It, it seems like it's like a lot of a black, like any of the black people that they got in front of you, they're under some type of hypnosis. I saw what's the black guy on the news? They said a word and he just was like, what was his name? Al Roker? It's that thing we talked about before, that whole brain swapping thing. That's not roboting. That's brain swapping. They done deleted it off of they deleted it off of YouTube. They deleted all that stuff off of YouTube, yo. Dang, they deleted it, yo. Maxine Waters. Um, it just so happened to always be black people that's in front of that goddamn camera. Whatchamacallit was under that hypnosis. Dang, why they delete it off of YouTube? Did y'all see the thing with Maxine Waters? She was just like, and it was another thing. Man, you can't get this stuff unless you go to Twitter. They deleted it off of the YouTubies. It was another thing where a black woman was talking, and it was this white woman behind him, literally regurgitating the same words the black woman was saying. The black woman was up there talking like, and the white woman was behind her doing this. I was like, what the freak? They deleted it off of YouTube. I can't even find it. You got to get, the only way you can get this stuff is on the YouTubies. I mean, on Twitter, excuse me. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's a brain swapping. It's just like the movie Get Out, man. Y'all be thinking these things are fiction, man. I can't find it on YouTube. Wow, that's crazy. Dang, they'll literally snatch the stuff off of this. It's supposed to be for us, and they snatch it up off of there. Zobi, can we start manually deporting people? Yeah.
There's a lot of anger and outrage over the economy.
You
We
call
know
call
that.
ICE. Get out a girl and ask her. Get out a Hispanic girl and say, "Do you speak English?" And she says, "No, I'm sorry." Deport her. She's lying. Call ICE. How dare you diss me? Call ICE on her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sir, do you have any directions? Oh no, sorry, I don't speak any English, my friend. Call ICE. He'll he'll know English then. Oh no, I'm sorry. You said where? I'm sorry. Daddy Street, right? Street. Yeah. He'll learn. They'll learn English right away. Oh, what? Oh, you want my phone number? Here. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't understand you. I thought you said if I knew if I didn't know it. Yeah. Have the ICE number right when they just say hold on. I'm gonna call ICE real quick. say say yeah. Ask them something. Just yeah. Can I get your phone number? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak any English. Hold on real quick. Let me call ICE. I'm sorry. What? My number is 555-222. Yeah. I can just stand outside the Home Depot. Well, ICE coming is. I know they don't want ICE down there, but there is a ICE center in New Jersey. I saw them out there, and the mayor was of Newark was out there, and he got arrested. And I said, "What's this stupid idiot doing?" And they showed some. Yeah, I think there is an ICE spot in New York. Something I remember there was a politician that was fighting against ICE, and they pretend to lock them up. I saw it on the news the other day. But no, get the ICE number, walk up on people and just ask them random stuff, and get the call on ICE. Go to the baddest Hispanic chick you see, man, with the body, all that, and ask if she speak English. Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't speak it. Hold on, real quick. ICE. You said what? I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Home Depot is full of Venezuelans and yeah, get them. Go get them. My boy Sly be talking all that hot stuff, man. All these Hispanics. I'm like, call ICE. No, man, I ain't. You ain't about that life, man. You really ain't about that life. I think Ariana talked about going to a retreat that wiped her memories or something. Yeah, we that's a thing. They sit there and they go like when they have a malfunction. Um, hold on, they glitch out. They just sit there. What is that called? It's a term for that where they it's the Manchurian effect. But what is it called? I saw a video in a compilation of black people zoning out. What is that called? Butterfly effect? No, not butterfly effect. Operation Butterfly? No. What is that? What is the technical term? Democrats love Latinos and Republicans love any. Democrats don't love Latinos. You got the game twisted. They love Latinos to replace African Americans, but I remember when the illegal immigrants came to Texas, and then Texas started to send those illegal immigrants to where the Democrats live. The Democrats had a hissy fit. There's videos on YouTube where they're running pranks on rich Caucasian white people who are Democrats. And they have them sign a petition going, oh, yeah, I'm totally for um, illegal immigration. I love the illegal immigrants. They're hardworking people. They work for no money. They work for cheap labor. It's great. And they check off. And then they come in and send a bus. It's a prank. And they send a bus of Hispanics to their home, to their neighborhoods. And they go, what is this? They're not supposed to come here. They're supposed to go to the African American communities. Google it. Call me a liar. Call me a liar. These are white kids pranking other white people, showing how racist and demonic these people are. There's a video of Katy Perry having a malfunction. Her eye started turned backwards. Yeah, her eye was. She had some type of thing. Her thing was glitching. But it was one of the most famous ones of a malfunction. Like is my guy, and he exposed it. Yeah, I can't stand this new YouTube, man. How to just block everything. All right, look at this. Look at this. This is one of the most famous the first time we ever saw a malfunction on live television. Hold on. MK Ultra. Okay, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Look at this. The man's just zoned out. He's zoned out. He's not even here.
City streets and thriving neighborhoods.
Look.
I hate the way they portray us
Look.
in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know, it's been 5 days because most of the people are black.
Kanye didn't even talk like that.
For me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was.
Look, he's like, what the hell is he talking about?
Those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize
he's brain wiped. Look.
Could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down.
But watch this. You're gonna see the watch.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people
Watch this.
in Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black.
No, watch.
Please call.
In the past few days,
Somebody wired his brain. Look.
Fighting another way, and they
Michael Myers is like,
about black people.
look, his eye twitching. Look, he's spacing out. He's zoning out. That was I remember I watched that live, and then after he said that, he was like, he did one of those numbers. They got ways of tapping into your brain, MK Ultra, where they're getting in there and they're speaking and talking for you. That's not how Kanye talks. And that was the beginning of the, Kanye's crazy thing. Yeah. He was just, watch the video. He's just literally standing there like, MK Ultra, thank you. But Kanye exposed that, he was under some type of hypnosis. They put you on those medications, and they start to say that you're crazy. I'm trying to find a video of the daggone alien creature that was talking for that girl. That was wild. They used to have this video on YouTube where they were showing all the compilations of MK Ultras. It was Shaq. It was all types of people. You can't find that no more. Look at this. But MK Ultra is real. It's 1000% real. I feel like they threw the kitchen sink at Kanye. Yeah, his eyes were twitching. Yeah, that was the first time I said, "Hey, what the hell? Something's not right. Something ain't right." But Shaq, I believe he was under that hypnosis. He Shaq has a stepfather who's in the military. That's not his real father. And they sent him to go and get what, they know about you before you even know about yourself. You could be some type of, ancient being coming to the earth, and they will send people, man. They will send people to you, and they sent that man to Shaq. And I'm pretty sure he was in there doing all types of hypnosis and tea rituals, and you know what I'm saying? Shaq was just sitting there, and he's doing all types of ancient military. Watch the movie with Denzel, the Manchurian Candidate. They say little trigger words, and then you know what I mean? They come, they know who they are. Yeah. So I don't think that's AI. I just think that's I think that's some type of ritualistic brain swapping. But AI, I'm talking about soulless people who are really soulless. You see them doing stuff that is incredibly wicked, and you go, "That's a goddamn robot," because I don't know how somebody with a soul can do something like that. Get on television and tell people to take certain type of serums and stuff like that. Get on television and say that we need to bring in illegals because we don't have any workers, and all these kids out here that can't buy video games because all the jobs have been taken over by adults. These are McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell. Those are children's jobs, young people's jobs. That's your first job when you start to grow and become a man. And they're giving it to people who are old as hell and they can't speak English whatsoever. They're firing people from Microsoft, 9,000 people, and they're about to replace them with actual Indians, aka AI. You mean to tell me that soccer thing that we just saw, that's going to replace soccer? It's ridiculous. I saw people more sympathetic for robots than human beings. There's a clip where, what's his name? Fuzzy? No, what's his name? Speedy? Speedy was fighting a robot, and everybody was mad at Speedy because he was slapping the robot in the back of the head. But if the robot was slapping Speedy around, they wouldn't give a goddamn. If some cops was roughing up Speed, they wouldn't give a goddamn. They would soulless creatures. If a cop came behind Speed and choked him out, or if a Caucasian civilian came behind Speed and choked him out, they would find a way to blame Speed. Well, Speed was acting rambunctious. He was acting crazy. Speed just does what Speed does, you know? And they have more sympathy for the robot. Hey, don't do that to the robot. It's not right. Soulless creatures. If you can connect with a robot more than you can connect it with a melanated human being, you're a robot. ChatGPT, here we go. It's the more that ChatGPT is the best. ChatGPT is God, and yet nobody can give me any information on why it's so great. Yeah, it's going to divide people into two camps: robot rights and human rights. Wow, wow, that's what's coming. That's what's coming. Let a white person get behind Speed and choke him out, and watch how nobody has any sympathy for that. But let the Speed get behind a robot, and the robot's not even getting choked out, but it just looks like it. Oh my God, the poor robot. Oh my God. Oh my God. The poor robot.
This is the most advanced robot in China. Let's go. You just did a flip. Trying to fight?
Look at this. Look, they mad at the robot. They mad at Speed for throwing punches. Look. Look, look, look. They're mad at Speed for knocking out the robot. Oh my God, it's not fair. Terminator movie predicted the future. No, the Terminator movie predicted something way deeper than the future, man. Somebody said times are changing, and I said, no. The more things change, the more they say the same. And I was just talking about that. I believe we are living amongst soulless robots as we speak right now. The Terminator movie was written by a black woman. The Terminator had nothing to do with robots, AI taking out the human race, or as you see it today as modern AI or the future. No, we're talking about the past. Whenever you watch these movies, these scientific movies, the Matroid, the Terminator, the Avatar, the whatever, any type of scientific movie, sci-fi movie that you come in and you turn your brains off and you look at as sci-fi, the Avengers, you know, the Justice League, man, that stuff, the Star Wars, Star Trek, that's not the future. That's the past. Terminator represented AI type beings that were trying to kill off John Connor. It's so deep. I'm not even gonna get deeper into it, man, because y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for that, man. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for this information, man. You're gonna have me out here looking by myself. The chat room's gonna get quiet. You know what I mean? How the man got manipulated by AI, the AI girl. John, oh, dang. See, the chat room is already there. Oh, man. The chat room is already there. Oh, man, I swore I was smarter than y'all, man. I swore I was smarter than y'all, man. The chat room already knows. God damn it. Never, ever, ever look at these movies and think it's some type of future, man. You've been tricked. You've been duped. An artificial being, artificial intelligence, artificial beings coming to kill off John Connor. The chat room already knows, man. You guys are far more smarter than I think you are, man. So that's when I look at things. That's how I look at things. When I look at sci-fi, that's how I look at stuff. I never look at it to the future. I always correlate it to what is going on now and or in the past. And I see these soulless artificial beings trying to kill off John Connor. John Connor was wearing a Public Enemy t-shirt throughout the movie. John Connor was wearing a Public Enemy t-shirt throughout the movie. They just did a Terminator movie where they brung back Sarah Connor. It was the future. And then they rewrote the Terminator movie by having the Terminator come in and shoot John Connor in the back of the head. And then that was the beginning of the LGBT takeover in Hollywood. Soulless beings trying to kill off John Connor. Man, oh man, oh no. He was wearing a Public Enemy t-shirt. I need Google to show that. He wore a Public Enemy t-shirt throughout the whole goddamn movie, man. And nobody saw it. I've been around. And was the Terminator connected to the Matrix? That's what she's claiming, that the Terminoids are connected to the matriarch. But in her writings, but Hollywood, it was a black woman. She was getting a little too comfortable with these soulless robots, and they stole her ideas and put them into the films. I believe she's the mother of a lot of those sci-fi movies. That's why the sci-fi has been trash, especially Terminator, over the years, because they stole like all of her ideas. I believe she had a hand in with Alien and all that stuff. But all of these movies are about the American black man. Every single one. They just keep retelling the same American black man story over and over again. I know a lot of people might think that's some type of DEI or some type of pseudo silence that I'm telling you, but it's really not. That's why I would never go to Chat GPT to learn how to do my homework. I think that's just completely bogus. I would go to ancient text and things of that such that's written by man than to go to Chat GTP. That's ridiculous. Just another form of Google. That's it. This is another way to get you to go to their Google sites. A more advanced Google. It's garbage. All movies are about like 3 different things, man. Yeah, they have. We got literally 3 movies that are coming out that are about everything that we're talking about right now. We got 3 movies that are coming out in the month of July alone. I want to go see these movies not for entertainment purposes. I have to come and bring a small textbook, and I got to, you know what I mean? I got to be taking notes while watching, because yes, they're retelling the same stories over and over again. I get that, but I'm just curious that they're dropping these 3 movies at the same time, and they're all going to be connected. Whenever they drop a movies within a series of time, in a series of dates, they're all connected. I remember years ago, they kept dropping the superhero versus superhero. It was Batman versus Superman. It was this Avengers Civil War. It was this superhero versus that superhero. They kept retelling that that storyline a couple years ago. Then it became the multiverse. It was a alternate universe thing. They came out with like a series of shows and movies where it was like, and even Dragon Ball Super, where they were just within that span of time, they kept telling, even in your video games like Final Fantasy VII Remake, that there's these multiple universes and things of that such, these multiple worlds that are coming together And we just talked about it last week, where they turned on the collider, and the collider was able to collide these universes and worlds. So they were doing that concept. Um, and they keep retelling the same stories over again. This July they have. Do you guys know the three movies? You're talking about the new Jurassic World, or has that already been out for a while? Yes, I'm talking about the new Jurassic World. We're talking about the aspects of creating these soulless, mindless creatures. You know what I mean? Jurassic Park is nothing more than the Yakub storyline, cloning, genetic modification, cloning, creating an AI type of creature, artificial intelligence. Go back and watch the Jurassic Park one. They talk about how they took the DNA from one of the dinosaurs and then they were able to clone and create. It's the cloning story all over again. We were just talking about it in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They did the same thing. Go back and watch it. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is trash, but that third one was phenomenal. And then you got the ancient Negro story, Heru, Superman, the super superhero, the super Negro. And then you have, what else? What else you got? I don't know. Y'all don't even know your own movies. I wasn't planning on seeing these movies, but then I said, wait, these three movies are coming out in the month of July? Something interesting is happening here. What are they? They're telling the same story all over and over again. But I'm just curious on what they got to say. A little curious. I saw the trailer, and now they made a cute dinosaur companion. Tell someone you love them today. You never seen them before. Tell them you. No, I'm not telling a random stranger I love them. That's weird. Hey man, I love ye, man. That's gonna give him some type of weird dopamine high. I mean, he's gonna be happy because it's a random stranger. No, you should give him a lifetime of dopamine and go tell that random stranger, hey man, you should be working out, eating healthy, close down Chat GPT, get out of those goddamn schools. Yeah, they got a little cute companion, but that is another movie coming out, The Fantastic Fourian. The Fantastic Four. And when you see the Fantastic Four, they represent four things: fire, earth, water, and wind. With your powers combined. Yeah, it's Captain Planet. It's the retelling of the same stories. The Planeteers, they got together, they put all of the elements together, and a giant Negro came out of the goddamn ground. They retell the same Negro story over and over and over again, man. They can't stop making movies about Negroes. And we show up. They put the white faces to confuse you, but I'm telling you, they're ancient Negroid stories. I love Fantastic Four growing up. Dr. Doom is the man. Yeah, I love Dr. Doom. The Dr. Doom of the last movie, he just passed away. Yeah. Doom. I can't wait to see. I don't even like those Marvel movies, but I'm looking forward to seeing Robert Downey Jr.'s interpretation of Doctor Doom, or with it, what they're going to do with that. Yeah, he's the man, yo. Anyway, I'm battling, man. I just wanted to going on a metaphysical rant on Microsoft's demonic layoffs, AI, and HB1s. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, but I'm pretty sure 10, 20, 30 years down the line, a Caucasian YouTuber will come on and say the same exact thing that I'm saying right now, and we'll finally get it. But we're not ready. We're not ready for what I'm telling you right now. Do you think robots will, guys? No robots are coming. No robots are coming. Sadly, no robots are coming. What is coming is actual Indians. That's what's coming. Whoever said actual Indians is lit. That's what's coming. Not AI, actual Indians. There are no robots coming. They've been talking about robots for the longest, and I still have not seen a reason to fire 9,000 people for AI. I still don't understand why. I could see if there was something there to prove, all right, we just brought in a bunch of Mexicans. We don't have to hire Americans because Americans are going to expect pensions and they're going to expect a living wage. They're going to expect a feasible salary. They're going to expect when it pertains to an illegal immigrant where he came from. He ran from his homeland because it's so bad. And then working at McDonald's is like a dream to him or her. We can pay them terrible salaries. We can literally create slave wages. Whereas we can do this with Hispanics. And in order for an American to fall in line, we take everything from them and turn him into a slave. So I don't think robots are going to become a slave. I think you're going to become a slave. I see that. I could see that. But I have not yet seen anything where AI was coming in and taking jobs. I haven't seen it yet. You guys really believe that these soulless, demonic creatures, you actually believe what they say. Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Donald Trump. Yeah, actually believe what they're actually saying. You actually believe that there's going to be a robots and stuff like that walking around taking over. That's ridiculous. What I see is that my community, black community, if it was a community or not, whatever, I see the black community has turned all the way upside down and turned into the Hispanic community. There's not one black person in my democratic state. The white community that's literally less than 5 miles away, there's a cutoff point. There is not one Hispanic over that point. There is a sign that says, welcome to this. You ever be driving and you see signs that says, welcome to this city? You see the welcome, you see Hispanics all the way up to that line and it stops. They don't come in there doing any type of business. They don't do nothing in there. They're not allowed in these communities. So these people are not that liberal. Hey, I'm saying is why don't we go after the businesses that knowingly hire? Yes, that's what I've been saying, man. Hiring illegal immigrants and pay them less, get them both. The businesses that hire them are a problem too. Yeah, I've been saying that. That was the first thing I said before Trump was president. I said we need to be taxing you. I said that we will see these businesses turn into the alt-right immediately if our politicians were taxing these people by having non-Americans in their business, you would see all this AI garbage. You will see all of this. We need these Democrats fighting in front of the ICE. You would see all these H1B ones. You would see that come to an end overnight. I don't give a damn if the business is if you were hiring them to cut your grass. Pop up on these people. Hey, you paying these people to cut your grass? Yeah, find that mother sucker. The hell you doing hiring criminals? These are criminals. You will see all these businesses turn into the alt-right overnight. Get these people up out of here. Get these actual Indians, get them all out of here. If you got to dig into their pockets, they'll stop overnight. They'll stop in less than 24 hours. Why have the businesses not been taken care of? That's the problem. I know why. Trump wants to help the businesses by giving an amnesty to farms and hotel workers. Overnight it will come to an end. All this AI talk, all of it will come to an end. That's what we need to be doing. That's what we need to be fighting for. There should be a bill punishing these companies and everybody. I don't give a damn if you're a common person. You hired an illegal to come do the work, and they show up to your house. They see them cutting the grass. They ask for papers. Oh no, I don't speak any English, my friend. That person that hired them needs to be sanctioned, citation, all that stuff. Fine. There should be some prison time, at least up to 2 years of prison. It'll stop it. Stop it right away.